Hey, how's it going everyone? We're starting off 2025 with some blue white control and timeless. It's been quite a while since I've played this deck, and it's probably been even longer since I played it in best of 3. Sometimes the best of 3 matches with this deck can be like an hour long, so I usually don't like to make videos about it because one match can just be the entire video. So hopefully we don't play some mirrors or other slow decks and we have some good games. I do have kind of an interesting sideboard strategy. I'm running 4 meddling mages. I'm going to bring that in against like Show and Tell, Belcher deck, Storm. I'm interested to see how the meddling mage is in the sideboard. We actually have quite a bit for Show and Tell with Test of Talents, Mystical Dispute. I could even bring in Surgical if I want to Surgical away some Show and Tells, but I think the meddling mage and Mystical Disputes and Test of Talents should get the job done. A couple Divine Purges for the aggro decks, Surgical Extractions, and 1 Ghost Vacuum for graveyard decks. And I know we said we're not going to be doing like crazy shirt rips all the time, but it's 2025, let's fucking go! Fuck this chair! Alright, well, it's a Luris deck. Could be energy. If it's Frog, then... God, we're gonna have to sit here forever. Okay, it's... I guess it's a Storm deck. And they're off to a really good start. I don't think I want Tameo. I want a Swords for the Dragon Rage Chandler. Oh, well, okay, maybe it's not a Storm deck. It's just like is it aggro deck? There is the Swords. I am tempted to just go ahead and Swords to Chandler, because they're going to get a bunch of value out of it. Let's see the reveal first. It's a Spell Snare. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm going to try to kill the Delver. Yeah, I don't see this first game going very well against a aggro counterspell deck. It's going to be pretty tough. Ghost Quarter, huh? I actually have like 2 mini counterspells that just don't do anything right now. Alright, well, just don't Spell Snare it. I mean, we have to go for it because I'm not doing anything else, and then I can at least try it again next turn. And hopefully this doesn't grow the Chandler. I guess Verdict would be a fine draw, too, to get out of this one. Because there's a good chance they just have, like, another Spell Pierce. They're probably playing, like, 4 Spell Pierce, which is probably terrible for us. Give me that Verdict. It's a land. Oh, if they make a play here, then I am 100% gonna use the Snap. They left it on top. Oh, why did you pass priority? I wanted to hold there. I wanted to play Snap. Oh, you piece of shit. The whole point was to let them resolve the questing druid and then play a snap. I guess I had to hold full priority. I thought they would give me another chance to take priority there. That might cost us the game. That might cost us the game. Well, I guess we'll go for it. Snap into a spell pierce. I should have went the blocks first because I could have blocked the Chandler. And then now it could grow. All right. Swords. Spell pierce. Just gotta get rid of this thing. This thing's gonna kill me. There's no way this doesn't get mana drained, but I have quite a bit of tools to fight it. I will mana drain your mana drain. The only thing I probably should have done this on my second main phase. I guess it's not really gonna matter. Okay. Well, I have plenty of basics. You can get your Luris back for free now. Wow, so many counterspells. So many counterspells. That's crazy. Mana drain, spell pierce, spell snare. I mean, we're over here complaining. We have all these counterspells too. Alright, give me Teferi. Give me Mystical Dispute. Oh, I don't think... Surgical's not bad, but maybe I just bring in Ghost Vacuum. Test of Talents. I'm gonna take out the clunky Planeswalkers. Probably cut in our set. One Tameo. What else? What else? What else? I can probably cut Counterspell since I'm bringing in Test of Talents. Alright. Well, it's gonna be a counter war. Okay. Sure. Sand looks fine. If they have a turn 1 Delver, I can answer it. I can answer any turn 1 creature. That's the problem, is like they play a turn 1 creature and then they just have billions of Spell Pierce, Spell Snare to make it where I can't deal with it. But we're just getting this thing out of here as soon as possible. It's just gotta go. Just got to go. Okay, that's not a bad draw. How you like my creatures? I know they have a lightning bolt. They could probably just deal with it. Probably go ahead and use the archive. I think I want another swords. Cheap removal spells for their little creatures is good. They might just brainstorm here. No, questing druid. I think I like using a counterspell on questing druid. Alright, shields are down. You can do whatever you want to me. Hey, there's the supreme verdict we needed last game. I have 4 cards in the graveyard. I can go up to 5 cards here. I think I just need another basic island. I was going to just rip this dig through time, but now I'm like second guessing it. I think I'm just going to draw a card. And I just wasted a fetch for no reason. Because I drew a brainstorm! God dang it. Okay. Well, it's not like... If we look at the bright side, like, I probably don't want to shuffle any of these cards anyway. But I would want to shuffle this. Alright, I'm going to draw the verdict. Alright, sequence that very poorly. I was like 100% in my mind going to dig, and then I changed my mind, and now we're stuck here in this terrible spot of shit. I do want one sweeper in my hand, though, for if things get out of control. Like, I think Swords Supreme Verdict is pretty good against them. Okay. Terramander. I guess we can dig. I mean, there's a very good chance this gets mana drained. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna draw both of these cards, it's fine. Just totally screwed the pooch on this brainstorm. They have 5 cards in their graveyard, so it costs 3 to do that. I think I'm going to go for a Tamiyo Ultimate.
I am not defenseless.
And I can still snap swords. But, you know, they have Spell Snare in their deck, so there's a good chance they have a Spell Snare. Lightning Bolt. That's not nice. I think we're going to use this time to get my snap out. And, Swords to Plowshare this thing. If they have 2 lightning bolts for the Tamiyo, then it is what it is. But I'm not going to run into a Spell Snare. Alright, I guess they don't have another lightning bolt, which is good. Do we want to change anything? I mean, honestly, Tamiyo was so good there on turn 1. I don't think I want to change anything. I think we'll just run this back. Have a little drink of coffee. Alright, give me swords in my opening hand. I'm gonna try it. It's not very good. Mostly because I don't have a swords to plowshares. Surprised it flipped. Yeah, right. A lot of lands in my hand. Three islands is pretty atrocious. And a Chandler to follow it up. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a brainstorm. I need some. Alright, do they really have a spell pierce for this? Don't spell pierce my brainstorm. This actually. Okay, they're just gonna brainstorm in response. So I guess if they have a spell snare there, that actually really, or a spell pierce, that really hurts me. They don't even know how much that would hurt me. I'm gonna put back both islands. We'll shuffle one away. Unless there's a tap land in here. Welp. It's gonna come down to finding a supreme verdict. Can we find a verdict? And now Chandler's gonna be big. Wrath of the Skies would be nice if, like, they tapped out. But we're already at 9. I don't think there's a way to win this game, no matter what I draw, unless it's a Wrath and they don't have a counterspell. There's the Wrath. You have the counterspell. Come on, one time, don't have it. One time, don't have it. One time, don't have it. Let's go. Holy shit. That resolved. Don't have anything else. No flash creatures. A consider. Okay. Wow. Wow. I can't believe that worked. I cannot believe that resolved. We're not out of the woods just yet, though. They had another Chandler to follow it, and a Terramander. Jesus Christ. Alright, where's Supreme Verdict off the rip? There's 10 cards in their graveyard, so this is gonna hit me for 5. And then if they have a lightning bolt, we're dead. I guess if I Teferi, bounce Terramander, the most they could do is 6 damage here. I guess I'll archive and see what I'm going to draw. I don't want that. Okay. Alright, just don't have 2 bolts for me. And then draw Supreme Verdicts, and then let me play that Verdict on their turn. Alright, so there's no double bolt. That's good. There is a Brainstorm. Put a Delver in the graveyard. Actually, like, them going land into Delver's not. Seems like that would be pretty good. They might just be looking for lightning bolts, though. Alright. And they left the card on top, which does not bode well for me.
Trust me, I have a plan.
How do we get out of this? I mean, technically, like, if they crank this, it's only going to cost them 1 mana, too. I can still swords this, go down to 2, and we're still not dead to bolt. I guess I can test the talents of bolt or spell pierce. I guess we just have to pass and see what they do. Yeah, it's fine. They're willing to put me down to 1 here and not kill me. That means I can't sack any more fetch lands this game. I'm gonna brainstorm. Alright, 2 swords to plowshares. Now do you want to go for it? I'll take 1. I'm happy with taking 1, I guess. I think. Because then I could dig. I mean, I could dig regardless. But I kind of want them to spend their mana. Okay, great. That's actually good. Okay. I think we might be winning this game now. I think I might be winning this game. Yes, let's go. God, that was a crazy game. GG's. GG's. Won the dice roll. Have a 1-lander, but I do have a Brainstorm and a turn 1 Tameo, so I think this is definitely a keep. Opponent doesn't have a companion. What do we think? Do we think it's show and tell? Wow. Okay. Well, it's not show and tell. It's pretty funny. We have another Tameo. Alright, thank God we drew some lands there. Unfortunately, they're not a fetch land, but... like, I do not want Verdict or Wrath in this matchup, I think. Another is it deck, huh?
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
I wish I had a way to shuffle. I mean, I can snap and brainstorm. But then I'm not holding up a mana drain. I'm just gonna draw a card. I'm gonna try to be a little patient here. Now we just have a brainstorm, so that's good. But this basic plains is atrocious. There's no way this resolves, right? Now we're like in a terrible spot since we went for it. I couldn't help myself. I just couldn't help myself, okay? Just couldn't help myself. They found a lightning bolt. Anything else? Alright, well we got, I mean, the bright side is we got a tame, or we got a mana drain out of their hand. Our hand is just doo-doo. I think here we're gonna snap and play a brainstorm and get rid of the wrath and the verdict. I might just counterspell then. Because they're going to find another mana drain off the trainer probably, and I just don't want them to have that. I'm going to keep a land, actually. I think resources are pretty important against Control Mirror. Well, I don't have any swords. I actually just think I have to mana drain this because if they have a brainstorm, then I'm in trouble. And now they have 1 mana left over. It seems like they don't have... they might. They might have a spell snare. I'm just going to try to go for a brainstorm. Alright, well, give me priority here. Don't brainstorm. Thank you. Now I can swords without fear. Opponent has 2 mana drains in the graveyard. I'm actually feeling pretty good now. Feeling pretty good. I actually feel so good, I might dig through time. Eight cards in the graveyard. I should have... Damn it. Why did I do that? Well, I shouldn't have fetched there. There was no reason to fetch. Okay. I mean, I can snap, mana drain. That's fine. One, two, three, four, five. It's not enough to cast a dig 3 time. I mean, I really don't have to do anything. They took a mana drain, but the mana drain's not gonna do anything. Do I want to get a mana drain? I mean, I can snap mana drain, or I can get the dig 3 time. Narset's pretty good. Actually, don't think I'm going to go for it yet. So I'm going to Flooded Strand, get the Sanctuary, and put the mana drain back on top. Then we'll have a mana drain battle. Well, this has to get countered. Do you have another mana drain? Okay. I mean, they're at 6. They're at 6. Lightning Bolt to kill the snap. Alright. As long as they don't have a dig 3 time here, we'll be okay. Now I have a dig 3 time. Seems like they don't have anything. Alright. Well, we didn't play it perfectly, but we got the win. So it's... Is it control? Subtlety's kind of annoying. Test of Talents, Mystical Dispute to Fairy's good. We didn't see Snapcaster from them. Oh, wait, yeah, we did. So I guess Ghost Vacuum is reasonable. Don't really want Verdict or Wrath of the Skies, which means I'm going to have to Swords their Tamios. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like one Wrath of the Skies isn't terrible. Nah, it's bad. I'm going to take out Teferi again just because clunky Planeswalkers just aren't going to resolve in this matchup. I think we go with something like this. Alright, we have turn 1 Tameo, and then if they have turn 1 Tameo, I can Sword. So this is definitely a keep. I'm interested to see if Fountain Forth can actually do something in Timeless. I'm expecting it not to be very good, but I don't know. I've been liking Fountain Port a lot lately. Alright, we go for turn 1 Tameo. Do you have a Bolt? Oh, it looks like they might have a Bolt for it. Or they're going to Surveil. No, it's getting bolted. I could have waited until I had a Spell Pierce, but I think I'd rather save the Spell Pierce for maybe like a turn I try to resolve one of these Planeswalkers. I think we're going to have to use the Mystic Sanctuary here, unfortunately. Lightning bolt to the graveyard. And that's a Tameo. Do you have a brainstorm?
I've read nearly the entire library.
I have to do this on my turn because if they brainstormed in response to the swords, that's pretty terrible for me. I'm either going to do this on their upkeep or when they sack this fetch land. Because if Tameo flips, we're in trouble. They didn't sack it, so now we gave them mana drain back. So they could mana drain, and then if they have a spell pierce too, it's pretty terrible for us. But if they go mana drain the swords and then spell pierce my spell pierce, then I get to resolve it to fairy. Or if they have a brainstorm, this whole plan is terrible anyway. Do you have another Tameo? Damn it! Son of a bitch. Well, I could bounce it and then counter it with Dispute if they don't have another land. Oh, no, you have a Subtlety? Or a... Oh! Well, I'm very happy about that. Good God, what a blowout, then. That's so big. That is just... Oof. That doesn't even make sense. Alright. Now they can't counter anything. Man, I wish I had more lands. Like, playing this Narset, like, Fountain Port and Plains are just terrible for me right here. I'm tempted to test the talents this, but I think I'm going to be a little patient. Brainstorm is pretty good for them here. Maybe I should have. Brainstorm is such a good card, but Teferi is pretty good. They already put one of their... They used the Lightning Bolt, put one in the graveyard. They could have a Snapcaster. They could snap Bolt Teferi. Okay. They wanted to just get it back.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
I wonder if they have a Spell Pierce. They do not. Give me a dig, please. I think I test the talents this. A Brazen Borrower and a Stern Scolding. They've seen enough. Alright, GG's. Bucketman, 23. This hand's a little bit on the slow side. I have a Mystic Sanctuary in my hand. It's kind of diarrhea. This hand is diarrhea. But I'm keeping it. Hello. Caverner Souls, oh no. Oh no. That's problematic. Plus a freaking Thalia. Man, I'm not gonna keep that. Well, this game's gonna come down to finding sweepers. I think Cavernous Souls is gonna suck, since we have nothing but a bunch of counterspells in our hand. A Meddling Mage. I love this deck, by the way. I love what opponent is up to. I mean, what am I gonna mana drain? You have a Cavernous Souls. Hey, Tamio. Well, Tamio's a good blocker. Tamio's a big brick wall here. Double Cavernous Souls. I think they should probably name, like, Wrath or Supreme Verdict or something. A Lieutenant. Well, there goes my big brick wall I had. God, double Mystic Sanctuaries. We're gonna take a big hit here, and hopefully we don't die. The thing is, I need both another white source, which I did put one in the graveyard, and a Wrath to have a chance to win this game. I guess now I at least just need to draw Swords to Plowshares so I can chump block and kill something. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. Okay, well. We didn't really do anything. They have Meddling Mage, which is pretty funny. I can probably cut a couple counter spells, and I think I might just run this out. Yeah, maybe Spell Pierce is fine for Collect a Company. It's going to be all about getting sweepers, and we just didn't get any. Just did not get any there. Meddling Mage deck. This is an Esper Death and Taxes deck. It's pretty cool. I respect it. I love this deck. That's a lot of Tamios. That hand just doesn't do anything, really. This hand doesn't do much either, but at least I have a Brainstorm and a Tamio.
Oh, how am I supposed to focus on only one project?
Alright, flip Tamio. Hey, there's a Verdict, so that's pretty good. It's a lot of lands in our hand. I think we probably can just get rid of some lands. So we'll put back a couple lands and then keep the Teferi, I guess.
Every flame has stories to share. Use your
I think we're chilling. I'd like to lead this in this Supreme Verdict. I mean, there's a good chance this is going to cost... Ooh, well, now it's going to cost a lot. Oh, no. It's going to be a 6-mana Supreme Verdict. What is this deck? This deck is killing me. This deck is killing me. Let's see what we can get with the Archive. Maybe a little Swords to Plowshares right on top. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and plus and pass the turn.
respect the library.
A Meddling Mage. They could name Sword, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill the Spellbinder. I mean, they could name Swords or Supreme Verdict. Okay, so it's it's been exiled and it's gonna be unplayable. So now I need like Divine Purge. I wonder if they say Swords here or Divine Purge. Okay, they just named Teferi. That's fine. Let's just crack the clue. Great. It's in my graveyard. I have a swords. I think I am going to get the swords because I would like to Supreme Verdict at some point in this game. Of course, Tamio dies now, but that's fine. Okay, well, this Supreme Verdict's going to be pretty juicy. Both attacking Tamio, so we're just going to kill this anyway. Doesn't matter. Do I want to take this chance to get back a swords? Nah, we'll just surveil. I'll keep a rainstorm. Yeah. And if they just have one creature to play, I just play Teferi and bounce it. If it's Deathrite Shaman, I just plus. Okay. Well, I guess I just Teferi plus anyway, right? I could flip another Tamio, though. Yeah, I like getting Teferi out here. Them having Cavern sucks. I mean, our counter magic's gonna be so much worse. Hopefully they don't find a collected company off the top. Alright. Alright. Do I want to change anything? I don't think so. Plenty of sweepers. They just have a lot of hate cards. A lot of tax cards. This hand sucks. I think this is a mulligan. Like, no interaction other than a spell snare. As we've seen, like, they probably have 4 Cavernous Souls, so this mana drain's probably not going to be that great. It's probably going to be able to hit a collected company, and that's it. God. This is like worse. These Mystic Sanctuaries just always find my opening hand somehow. Hey, that's a good draw, thank you. Alright, well, let's play a Tamio, and then... Man, if they stifle me, it's gonna be so sad. Don't have a stifle. Are you really playing stifles? I could see them playing stifle. Okay. They've had Cavernous Souls every game. Juggernaut Peddler's pretty insane here, because now they get to take my swords. Yeah, Teferi's not very good. Wow, they took Teferi? What am I going to do? Bounce your Juggernaut Peddler, then you just get it back? Huh. Wasn't expecting that one. Maybe I just play the Mystic Sanctuary here because I'm going to use the swords and not crack a clue. Swords in response to the trigger. Seems like they don't like Teferi, so I'm guessing they're not going to exile the Juggernaut. We gotta find a sweeper, boys. Ah, that's funny. Well, you could name Juggernaut. Actually, does it have to be what's in my hand? I can't remember. Look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. So they can choose any card name. It doesn't have to be in my hand. Guess we could surveil. Supreme Verdict costs 2 more. I mean, maybe we still try it and get like a really late Supreme Verdict. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually gonna be valuable. I'm gonna flip Tamiyo just to kind of slow him down. And they probably attack Tamiyo.
I'll aid you.
Well, good thing we got the other Supreme Verdict and not the other sweepers that are in our deck. I guess we could have played a Juggernaut too, which is a beefy blocker for him. Dahlia's Lieutenant. Ah, stop playing stuff. Alright. Well, that ate up a turn.
My research is ruined.
Is there a way I can die? Like, I'm gonna play the Juggernaut, but do I need to play the Tamiyo to be a chump blocker? Maybe. I guess they have another Thalia's Lieutenant and then a removal spell. I mean, I think just to be safe, I'm gonna play the Juggernaut and the Tamiyo, even though that means I'm probably gonna lose my Tamiyo to a Verdict here. Or, I mean, probably. I am going to lose it to the Verdict, but I feel like this Verdict will pretty much end the game, as long as they don't Meddling Mage Verdict here. Don't Meddling Mage Verdict. Okay. Why wouldn't they attack? I mean, they don't want to lose one creature. Okay. I think we're gonna win the game now. We'll get drained, but we'll sweep the board and lose our Tamiyo. God. Another Spellbinder. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Let me get Big Boy Teferi out. I think this game's probably over at this point. You never know. But once I get the little Teferi out and I have an instant speed Supreme Verdict, that's going to be pretty good. Oh, wow. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Ha 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 ha. Well, that's a good draw. We deserve it though. I could also just play the Sanctuary and then put... Let's see, if I play the Sanctuary, put Supreme Verdict on top, crack the Clue, I can play it. I think we could probably do that. This is like a match where we'll actually have mana for Fountain Port. I don't know if it'll matter. But... Alright, GG's.
Hey guys, Siege Rhino here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Blah.